It's spooky season here at Hopwood Hall Estate. And today we are gonna have a psychic come to Hopwood Hall to help us look for ghosts. But before we do that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell to be alerted about our latest content. If you want to see more of our videos, check us out on Patreon. And we also now have a TikTok channel. Yes, indeed. So join us there. Thanks.
Hi, Hopwood.
Hi.
Great to meet you. I'm Susan.
Thanks for coming out, Susan. Yeah, we really appreciate it. So
I'm
this
really excited to be here.
is Hopwood Hall. So this is our garden. So you wanted to come out here to the garden.
I
Do you feel something out here?
I do.
So when we got this letter from Susan, she's had about 37 years experience in doing tarot card readings, and she's also done pendulum interpretation for questions. I think this is going to be really interesting because I've had some strange experiences here at Hopwood Hall.
This, if you stand about there,
Right here?
is here. It's a little
there?
boy,
A little boy's here.
a little boy with 3 dogs. And
Right
what he's
here?
right here,
Wow.
here. And he's telling me that he come to play with Lady Susan's dogs. And originally,
There is a picture that we have. It's a photograph.
is here.
And it was about right in this space where Lady Hopwood was out here with her pony and her dogs were around her. I think right about in this area. So Susan the psychic is saying she's feeling a very strong connection to that of Lady Hopwood, who lived here in the 1800s. A few years ago, my sister was visiting and she took a photograph through the woods of the hall, and of course, this ghostly image appeared. Well, Lady Hopwood opposed the Industrial Revolution. She would wear a white cotton mask over her nose and mouth as a visual protest to the pollution that was pouring out of Manchester. Well, this image of the ghost looks like it's dressed in 1800s clothing, similar to what Lady Hopwood wore, and the ghost has a white mask over her face. Ah! What do you feel is happening here in the...
I feel that Lady Susan Hopwood
is in here?
used to walk up down here, but sort of sits in the Reading Nook. I feel before you arrived, she was quite upset because the hall was deteriorating, as you know, and now she's a lot happier that the hall is being renovated. And she loves being here, absolutely
very
loves
good
it.
to know.
And she will be around a lot more than some of the others.
So I'm so fascinated by this. The spirits that are here, or the spirits that you encounter, did they die at a certain age? Did they die in that spot, or did they come back to that
No, not
area?
necessarily. They're just coming back to visit. So it's like if you went back to American Hopwood, came back to visit the hall, you might visit certain parts that you really like, and they just visit anywhere they like. But you can ask your relatives also for help. So an idea for you here was if you've got, say, 2 relatives in here, like we've got one over there, you could say, help with the hall. So, yeah, help me do this, help me do that.
So who's here in this corner that you mentioned, the spirit?
It's a man. And is in Tudor costume. He's got one of those ruffles, call it ruff, I believe, around his neck.
Really?
And tight, like I call them like jumper type trousers. I don't know what they call them from there. But he's just standing. Some of the spirits I've been aware today have spoke to us. He's just checking you out.
So he's standing right here, or?
He's standing right here.
Right here,
Yeah,
wow.
Right here, yeah.
And
he's in Tudor dress. And he's checking you're doing a good job on the hall.
I hope I'm doing a good job. In some ways, knowing that my ancestors are here overseeing me feels a little bit unnerving, but at the same time, it is comforting to know they're there. So then Susan tells me she's going to teach me how to use the pendulum so that I can ask them questions. Each one of these does a different thing?
They all can do yes and no answers. If
Yes
you're
and no
asking it
answers.
which way for yes,
So it's
which
sort of
way
like
for
that
no.
magic 8 ball where you
Yeah,
turn
I'll
it up
show you
and it
in a
gives you an
moment.
answer?
Which way for yes? And then I say thank you in between to stop it. I'm already forming in my head. Which way for no, and it's doing that.
Wow.
So you could ask it questions. So
Really?
you could say, you know, is my name Susan?
Wow.
Does Susan have any children? So, do you want to go?
Sure.
So,
You want me to
are you
hold it?
right-handed?
Yeah. So Susan's giving me directions on how to use a pendulum. And she says in order to make it stop swinging in one direction to say thank you. So I was, of course, I'm totally skeptical about this, but when I say thank you, it slows down and stops.
So you ask it which way for yes.
Which way for yes? It's doing the same direction.
And then say thank you to stop it.
Thank you.
And then which way for no?
Which way for no?
And you've got to be careful not to be
Okay,
too
thank you, thank you. So it definitely gave me a little chill up my spine and made me think maybe there is something to this. When we're asking it questions, it seemed to really move in a way that I didn't feel like I was doing. Maybe I was a little bit nervous about it and it was shaking it and giving it a little bit of swing. But I have to say, it surprised me, and I'm not so much as a skeptic as I was. Are you happy that we're renovating Hopwood Hall? Oh, it's going yes. Here.
Well, would you like to find the spirits yourself?
I would love to, yeah.
I brought you a gift.
Aw. What is in here? You brought me my own pendulum?
I brought you your own pendulum.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
You can find them all yourself now.
Boom! Happy Halloween. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to Susan and thanks to the good spirits. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click the bell to be alerted about our latest content. If you want to see more videos, join us on Patreon. And don't forget, we now have a TikTok channel. And I now have this amazing pendulum. So I'm going to use this to go into the hall and find some more answers. Thanks.